Hey guys, this is just a quick follow-up to the first macro video I made. Um, I wanted to show how to deal with a macro that comes zipped. So I have my downloads folder right here, and I already downloaded the macro. That's exactly the same as in the first video. And then I'm just gonna right click on it and cut it from here. I don't want it in my downloads folder. I'm going to click over to the my Tap Hero folder, right click and paste it here. So now it's still zipped. So I want to right click on it again and go to extract all, click on that, and then just put it where it suggests, click extract, wait a few seconds, and close this one. So it's still in this folder, and I can now delete the zipped one so that we don't accidentally try to click on it anymore. So I just right click on it and click delete. And then this is the dot 0.2 is the macro, and we just double click on each folder to open it. And then this is the AHK file. It's got a little H for auto hotkey. And so we're already on the PetSim screen here. We're already in the outside world, and then I'm just going to click join event. And I'm not going to touch anything now on the one in the game. I'm just going to leave it exactly how it loaded in. Except I do want to see my pets. Okay. And then go into your macro folder, and then you just want to right click on the Tap Heroes battle. That's the .ahk file, but you might not be able to see the extensions on your computer. And then click run as administrator. And yes. And it's going to automatically make your game window bigger. I'm running this on a really old laptop, so it doesn't like when I change the size of things. It takes a while to... Yeah, it like froze for a second. Okay, I think it's back now. So, so this is the GUI for the macro. That's graphical user interface. And we're just gonna click back on this. Oh, actually, so I forgot that there's one extra step to running Ryan's macro the first time that you do it, which is making sure your fonts get set to Times New Roman. So I was in the event, and then I clicked F1 just to run the macro for a second, and then I clicked F2 to pause it, and I walked out of the event, and then I teleported. I already did this, so it's already changed, but this is exactly what I did, so it should work for you too. I just teleported somewhere random. I ended up closing the game and then rejoining a server, and then I hit F3 to close the old macro because it had already started, and I didn't want it to get confused as to where I was in the process. And then, so once you've loaded back into the game, then hit the button to enter the event again. Don't touch anything. And then go back to the macro, right click on it, and run as administrator, and say yes. And okay, So now we're back in and the fonts have switched correctly to Times New Roman. And you only need to do that the very first time that you run one of his macros. And at this point, I can just hit F1 and it should start taking over. So it's going to open the upgrade window. It's going to walk into the event and start going through all the upgrades and also just doing some extra clicks and clicking on the frenzy meter so that you can go through a little bit faster. So that's it. Hopefully this helps explain the differences with using an unzipped or a macro that comes zipped. Okay, thanks.